हेलो एवरीवन, इस वीडियो में मैं आप लोगों के साथ इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ स्टैट्यूट के MCQs डिस्कस करूंगी जो आपको अपकमिंग एग्जामिनेशन में हेल्प करेगा. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. क्वेश्चन इज अकॉर्डिंग टू विच रूल ऑफ इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑल स्टैट्यूट शुड बी interpreted as they would have been at the date when they were passed. And answer is B. Contemporaneae expositio est optima et fortissima in lege. Next question. According to primary rule, dash of statute are to be understood in the natural, ordinary and grammatical meaning unless such a construction lead to absurdity or content or object of the statute suggest a different meaning. Answer will be word, phrases and sentences. Next question. If you were looking for them earning of provision, the first place you would look at is definition clause. Next question. Dash sets out in general term the purpose of the act and it often precedes the preamble. Answer is long title. Next question. Which of the following is an external aid for interpretation of statute? And all of the above are in external aid: parliamentary history, use of foreign decisions and historical background. Next question. When a statute does not profess to make any alteration in the existing law but merely declare or explain what it is, then such law is known as declaratory statute. Next question. According to the dash, the word, phrases and sentences are to be understood to their natural, ordinary and grammatical meaning unless such construction lead to absurdity, and answer will be literal construction according to the literal construction rule. Next question. Which of the following is internal aid for interpretation of a statute? And all of these are internal aid: long title, marginal notes and interpretation clauses. Next question. As per the rule of dash, meaning of the word should be known from its accompanying or associating words, and correct option will be A, nociter associae. Next question. Which of the following are acceptable extrinsic material used in interpreting legislation? Answer will be D. All of the above are extrinsic material: parliamentary committee report, dictionaries and notes on clauses of the bill. Next question. Generally dash are given strict interpretation. So criminal laws generally are given strict interpretation. Next question. If there is any appearance of consistency between the schedule and specific provision in an enactment, actually this will be the inconsistency. In case of inconsistency between schedule and specific provision in any enactment, then which shall prevail? It will be that provision shall prevail. Next question is Haddon's case deals with, and this is the mischief rule. Next question. Non-obstante clause usually start with the word. Answer is notwithstanding anything contained. Next question. Dash is used to remove special cases from the general enactment and provide for them especially. Answer is proviso. Next question is dash contain them an object of the act, and this will be the answer will be preamble. Preamble contain the object of the act. Next question is Haddon's case in 1584 was resolved by, and answer will be Exchequer, barons of the Exchequer, because it was a English case. Next question. When a general word following a specific word of a distinct category, the general word may be given a striated meaning of the same category. His general word take its meaning from the preceding expression. This is what is known as, answer will be agistum generis. Next question is, in the interpretation of the statute an important role is played by, answer will be all of the above: schedule, preamble and heading. All of these play important role. Next question is, while constructing a provision in penal statute, if there appears to be a reasonable doubt or ambiguity, then it shall be solved in favor of. Answer is the person who would be liable to penalty. So generally benefit of doubt is given to the accused person, and in case of doubt, in case of criminal law, if there is reasonable doubt, then benefit will be given to the person who would be liable to the penalty. Next question, which of the following is internal aid for interpretation of a statute? And all the internal aid will be preamble, because all these three above are relating to the external aid. Reference to report of committee, statement of object and reasons, and dictionaries, these are external aids, and preamble is the part of the statute, so it will be internal aid. Next question is, the rule dash means the express mention of one thing is the exclusion of the other, and the correct option is D, expressio unius est exclusio alterius. So this is the maxim actually, which means express mention of one thing is the exclusion of other. Next question is, internal aid in interpretation of statute include? Answer is all of the above. So in internal aid there will be included the title, preamble, marginal notes, provisions, proviso, explanations. All these will be the internal aid. Next question is, a statute has been defined as a will of the legislature. Next question, what is the doctrine of stare decisis? And answer is the doctrine of precedent, which is very important doctrine. And according to this doctrine, the judgment of the superior courts are followed by the lower courts when the facts of the case are same, and generally Supreme Court and High Court's judgment are followed by the lower district courts. But Supreme Court is not bound by its own decision. This is also an important point. Next question is, what is meant by purposive approach? Answer is the judge must interpret the statute in the light of the purpose of its enactment. And in case of interpretation of a statute, this is the rule which is called the golden rule, or the purposive interpretation rule. Next question is, what is the chief rule? It will be actually the mischief rule, which is misspelled here. So in interpretation of a statute, judges should look at the mischief which the act was passed to prevent, and mischief rule is the same, the hidden rules. Next question. Next question is, what is delegated legislation? And answer is law made by a person or body to whom Parliament has delegated its power. Which of the following is disadvantage of delegated legislation? And answer is it raises the issues of accountability. Next, a statute may be interpreted by judges by using different rule. Which of the following is not a rule of interpretation? And all of the three above are the rule of interpretation, but general rule is not. Next question, which of the following statement is the definition of the phrase ratio decidendi? And answer is the legal reason for reaching a decision, and it is that part of the judgment which is actually enforceable in that case, and the other part of the judgment called obiter dicta, and that is just the opinion, that is not enforceable part that of the judgment. So there are two parts of the judgment, ratio decidendi and the obiter dicta. Next question is, judicium semper pro veritate occipitur, meaning is the judgment always accepted as true. Next question, Supreme Court precedent is binding on? Answer is on court, appellate tribunals and the income tax authorities. Next question, in which of the following cases free and fair election is recognized as a basic structure of Indian Constitution? That is Indira Gandhi versus Raj Narayan. Next question is, according to dash rule, the words of the statute are to be given their plain and ordinary meaning. Answer is literal rule. Next question, which rule of statutory interpretation should judges apply first? And first of all, it is the literal rule apply, and if the language of the statute is plain and clear, words are clear, so judge will apply the literal rule. But if the word used in the statute does not give meaning and does not go with the object of the act, then in such case court may apply the golden rule, or which is called the purposive interpretation rule. Next question is, the concept of the judicial review has been borrowed from the Constitution of? Answer is USA. Next, the idea of concurrent list in Indian Constitution is taken from Constitution of? Answer is Australia. From Ireland, actually we have taken directive principles of state policy. Next question, what are the 4 factors the court are required to consider according to the Haddon's case? Answer is all of the above are to be considered. So for the Haddon's case, court has to consider what was the mischief and defect for which the common law did not provide, what was the common law before the act was passed, and what was the remedy parliament passed to cure the mischief. Next question is, operation of law means? Answer is prospective operation or retrospective operation. So it may mean both, and it depends on the statute that what was the intention of the legislature in regarding to the specific legislation passed. Next question is, what does repeal of law means? Removal or reversal of law. General Clauses Act enacted in the year March 11, 1897. The term moral refers to the ethics or principles. Next question is, the rule of reasonable construction is based on the maxim ut res magis valeat quam periet. Next question, which among the following is the cardinal rule of construction of a statute? Answer is literal rule of construction. Next, which rule of construction is applicable where there is a real and not merely apparent conflict between the provision of an act and one of them has not been made subject to the other? Answer is the rule of harmonious construction. Next is, as per the dash maxim, if 2 or more words which are capable of analogous, similar or parallel meaning are grouped together, they should be understood in cognate sense. They take their color from each other and are given similar or related meaning. So as per the maxim of nociter associae, this is the meaning of this maxim, that if 2 words are capable of similar meaning, then they should be understood in a cognate sense. So these were some of the MCQs of interpretation of a statute, and in the next video I will share the international law important MCQs. And if you want such relevant videos, then subscribe this channel. Hope this will help you. Thanks for watching.